I didn't hear about the others.
So Stu Peters is great. Dan Bilzerian, Dan Bilzerian. Have you heard of him? He's oh, you must know Dan Bill. He's from Armenia. His ancestors are from Armenia. He's like was he an MMA fighter or something? Or he was on the Piers Morgan show, and he dropped truth bomb after truth bomb after truth. Jason Hinkle. Have you heard of him?
Now, this year I haven't watched it. I'm just disconnected from everything.
But they're calling it, like telling the world what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when you're like I went down the Jewish thing. I know that they pulled the strings. I know that they're the.
You know that, right? But other people need to know that. Like my church, like it's unreal the way they've been hoodwinked, you know.
Some two really good things that touched on a lot of what you said. It's kind of like at least the precursor to everything. It's the first two good documentaries that really let you know about the Jewish
Talmudic Jews.
Yeah. So no, I fully understand. One of them is called, which I think is an absolute must watch. It's called Europa: The Final Battle.
Yeah.
Europa: The Final Battle.
I've watched some of it.
The other one is I think there's like 4 or 5 parts to that. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Europa, it's about World War II.
Europa: The Final Battle. And the other one is Adolf Hitler: The Untold Story. They interviewed people. I mean, supposedly we took on the Jews, right? And of course, when you got villainized, like the story is, as it would go, like who's going to be most glorified? Most evil son of God, right? Like well, right now, I feel like we just really glorified Satan, right? Thought process is he's probably one of the most evil people on the planet. If you look at who the most vilified people, Hitler, who could take on the Jews, it's like they very possibly flipped it around. If he was a good guy, this time, right?
And they always exalt Churchill and Eisenhower, and I think they were real warmongers.
Yeah.
Like apparently, even the Japanese, they appealed for peace many times. They wanted peace. They did everything they could to bring about peace. Ensure the peace. Same with Hitler here. He reached out many times for peace.
Yeah,
he didn't want it.
That's all in Europa: The Last Battle, and in Adolf Hitler's Untold Story. All that, like
they did it by Chamberlain. He was a good guy. Look at the history books say about Chamberlain. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. Neville Chamberlain. Oh God, I don't know. In Ireland, any of the patriots who died, they were the good guys. The ones who lived, no. The ones who died were the good ones, like Michael Collins, and the ones, like the good guys were. But she's lovely girl, yeah. She's got a boyfriend first. Oh, that's a long time, eh? Filipino and stuff. What's he like? Have you seen the Stu Peters movie, Occupied? Yeah, you should watch it.
check it out.
Yeah. He interviews Dan Bilzerian in it. Jason Hinkle was an MMA fighter, as far as I know.
I know that name.
And you've seen Jeffrey Rush, Professor Jeffrey Rush, exposing the truth about Ukraine as well. He did it on the Piers Morgan show. He did it on Irish national TV as well. What?
But I already have no thoughts on that. I mean, like the president was a cross-dressing comedian. Like they're all roles. The dude was an actor, right? Like they're just actors playing roles.
Yeah.
For me, they're all actors playing roles. Like behind closed doors, they're all best friends. They all just have a role to play. They're just acting. They're just playing the role they're doing. That's why the
Where do you stand? Where do you stand on Trump? Think he's just another actor?
Yeah, he's just another actor.
So sadly,
Not sadly.
I was so happy when he won his first term. I mean, it was ecstatic. But sadly, I realized I got came to conclusion that he's not a good guy now. He's owned and bought and owned.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody comes to wealth and power, but you have, if you have any kind of wealth or power, and that could be either monetary or social media, you have a big voice. You didn't get it without signing a contract with the devil. You didn't get there. It just didn't happen. You can't do it. They control too much. Like, they control YouTube. YouTube controls the algorithms. They will prop up who they want to prop up. If they want to make me famous overnight, they can. They control the algorithms of YouTube. They can make me Joe Rogan. They can also make Joe Rogan nobody.
Yeah,
overnight. They can just,
they can. Yeah.
They control the, you search for, dropping acid. Joe Rogan comes up with it. It's not organic. That's all. They prop up who they want to prop up. What they do now, I think what happens a lot is they see people with talent, people that are good talkers. They're like, oh, look at this guy. He's got 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers. At some point in time, when they see that this guy has what it takes, they approach him. And they're like, look, you can be done right here. You're capped, you're done. Or you can be as famous as you want to be, but you have to push whatever narrative we give you. That is what goes on. Like,
or they're blackmailed as well. That's where Jeffrey Epstein came in.
Right. Yeah, they've got stuff on you for sure. Just like a lot of people are sold on Andrew Tate, right? And I'm like, no, he makes too much money to be a good guy. Like they give him what he needs to say to sound like he's on the. Oh, another
Alex Jones never mentions the Jews. Never.
He's
the globalists.
He's best friends with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not on. Joe Rogan's a scumbag. Alex Jones is a scumbag.
These people talk about the globalists. They say, who are they? They won't go there.
Right. Who's the guy that's he was a comedian? He's got long hair, looks like Jesus.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
UK actor,
I know the guy.
Very famous though. And Tony Tuchek was the same thing. They're all on the same team. They're all on the same
He
script,
is, yeah.
Right?
Rush.
Everyone likes him. He's funny, and they all tell a little bit of truth, just enough truth to get you to listen, but they sell you on a bigger lie that's more important to their agenda.
Yeah, it's nuts really. Out tomorrow? Every day?
Did you go to TM Fitness or no? I can't remember. Did I see you in there?
No.
Every day I'm in the gym, at least an hour. Sometimes two.
Where do you go?
Is that right up the road here, TM Fitness?
Second floor?
Yeah. Well, they own both floors.
The one beside the gas station?
Yeah.
Right next to the gas station?
Across the street, kind of. It's just right up here on the same side of the road. It's right up on the right.
Right.
TM Fitness. It's 2 floors. They own both floors. There's downstairs is more cardio. Upstairs is free weights.
My good friend
Isn't
owns the burn
downstairs a
room.
massage?
They have a massage parlor.
My friend, how much do they charge per month?
$1,500.
My good friend June Orlina, he owns the burn room.
Yeah.
And you know the burn room?
Yeah.
2,000 a month.
Yeah.
It's like the only that's a good friend of mine. It's actually he was there today. And they're thought about going there? No. The burn room?
No. This one's $1,500, and it has more. It's like twice the size of the burn room.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been to the burn room?
I've been outside of it, looked in.
Right.
But I've also, there's a lot of people at TF Fitness that used to be at the burn room in their life. You guys can compare.
Really?
Yeah.
But the burn room's not that old. It's only open about 6 months. The burn room, it's along there.
No, I know where it's at. It's in Kamanha. On the way to, like, Sibulan. Barangays Kamanha.
Near the school, Raymond Magsaysay Elementary School, across the road, right? Yeah, there, yeah, that one, yeah?
Yeah, tinted windows in the front. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good
I
year.
pass it every day.
Really?
I pass it every day.
So what do people say about it? What do they, what
The gym, the equipment's too close together and there's just not enough space in there. It's cramped. TN Fitness has more space.
Okay.
It's a better gym. Everyone, I haven't been there, but everyone that I've trained with that has, which is probably 10 people, they all say TM Fitness is way better. It's twice the size. You go into
Because it has more space, basically. That's
it
the.
has more space, but they also have more amenities. They have more things they offer. They have a full snack bar. It's actually a restaurant. It's got a full-on restaurant there. So afterwards you can get chicken, pasta,
shake.
whatever, protein shakes. But they've also got a massage parlor. They have
That's just up here. That's just up
they have a
here.
massage parlor downstairs. They've got a cardio room downstairs. They've got cardio equipment. It's got everything. It's got showers there. It's not missing anything. It's got everything you want.
Here's my big for you there.
Yeah, I saw that. I've heard that. That is what I've heard. I didn't know the duration.
So Dad says, any you fish in the ocean?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a rush. You know, it's like you feel like every day is the last day. You're in a rush. I know it'll be worth the wait.
That's telling, look. Don't you worry, Dad. What grade you in? You're 8. You must be grade 2, right?
Grade 3.
Grade 3. I'm sorry. I meant to say grade 3. I used to be grade 2 teacher in Taiwan. It's around like 7. Good time. You have your own. You said you're building your house at the moment. Is it a big house? 2-story bungalow?
It's 165 square meters. It's one story, but it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Cool.
Whereabouts?
Appalone. My Appalone Bridge.
Waxeezy setting powder is not easy to come off, has long-lasting oil control, is waterproof and sweat-proof.
I'll be happy when it's done.
Yeah, I bet. But you're living there now while it's being constructed, or are you living somewhere else?
Renting down here.
How long have you been in the country?
January. Like January 1st or something like that. Maybe the 3rd or 4th.
Coming up on a year.
Yeah. And I've been coming here since '05. Well, to the Philippines, not here. January is the first time I came to Gyatt.
Which part of the States are you from?
Florida. Well, first half of my life was Kentucky, second half Florida.
Kentucky. Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, that's where I was. Louisville, Kentucky, right there. I was right by the Derby. The last years of my
I'm big
life.
into horse racing.
Yeah, I was an assistant vet for a while. I was not at Churchill Downs, but at Louisville Downs, which is the second biggest horse track there.
Right.
I was. They trained me. I didn't have any schooling or anything. I just got hired by the vet and would help with colic. The horses had colic. We did drug testing. We did different things to it. But,
A lot of horses get colic, don't they? Yeah.
yeah, they run them so hard.
Not white.
They can die. Yeah, from being ran so hard.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do die. Yeah.
I never saw one die, but I've seen them with colic. We had to,
I've seen it happen on TV.
Their racehorses are trained to pee when you whistle. I have to sit and stall with them after the winners of all the races. we had to drug test him for marijuana. And because
Marijuana?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they tested for steroids too, but apparently a more common just they put a patient how they get them inhaling marijuana. I think they said they.
What was the purpose of that? To calm them down?
They can run longer and harder if they don't feel the pain. So marijuana has a pain numbing effect to it, right? So it basically allows them to overwork themselves.
That's not good though.
No, a lot of them don't. Well, from what I understand, that's usually what induces the colic.
Horses they're amazing creatures, and I love them so much they can actually run themselves to death.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen horses collapse and die after winning a race.
I've had to sit there with a metal clamp on their nose. And their nose is bony, it hurts. The clamp, it's the whole purpose of it. It's like a vice grip, but it's formed in the shape of their nose and it has two long handles. You put it on their nose and they can't move. It really hurts them, right, if they try to move. And then the doctor would take this tube and shove it up their nose into their lungs so they can get the fluid out, right, so they live. I was part of that procedure a few times.
I love horses.
Yeah. So
actually, one horse came to grief in the Breeders' Cup this year. Yeah, it was an English horse, British trained horse. He collapsed and died, I think, after the race. So yeah, after the race. Do you watch the Breeders' Cup at all?
I don't really watch any sports. I don't even watch it. My favorite sport is jiu-jitsu, but I don't watch it. Used to. I did date a girl for about 2 weeks here. Pretty girl. Ironically, I was sitting there eating after we broke up, and she walked in here with her niece today. I was having lunch, and she showed up, and I
You mean
she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were here." I said, "Oh, have a seat. You're welcome to join me."
is that
Rhea.
her cousin?
Huh?
Is that her little cousin?
That's her niece, I think. It's her niece.
Met her today.
No, I met her 4 weeks ago. But we broke it off. I'm pretty sure she had a boyfriend somewhere else. Since it. There were signs. There were plenty of signs. So.
Cries.
Yeah, she actually broke it off. It was actually her.
Cries.
I knew from the get-go. I could tell the signs were there. She had a boyfriend. It was evident to me. So wasn't worried about it.
Cries in pain.
Hopefully meet Colin in my life someday. She's a good girl. Solid. Pretty solid. Stick with me now. She'll stick and pin, you know.
Yeah, sometimes.
We're like 20 years married now. I know. Hang on. Yeah, we are. We're 20 years married now. Last anniversary. Yeah, I mean, contact me or occasionally you can meet the boys. You can enjoy talking to my lads, particularly Dad, the other son. He's aware of the flat earth and stuff as well.
Yeah. That's what drove a rift between me and my two sons. That's why we don't talk.
Really?
My oldest son just said,
But
"Dad,
you
I'm
can't
not."
prove that it's wrong.
No, but he thought it was the dumbest thing in the world, and just basically out of embarrassment quit talking to him. It's like, I said, why don't you, before you judge me, why don't you come and let me give my side? You've had, the world has been telling you a lie for 30 years. Why don't you give me a day? Give me 4 hours. Just come to my house and let me show you.
No way.
No, Dad, it's stupid. Why would I? And I'm just like, He didn't call me dad. He said, no, it's, and then I never heard from him again. He never wanted to.
How does that make you feel?
Kind of like, it's not my son. Kind of like glad. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you let me know that that subject is so important. It's worth our relationship as a father and son, you know? He really didn't want to hear it. And I kept saying, well, I said, son, this is going to affect your children. This is going to affect, they're going to make decisions in life about religion and things they believe. It's going to impact everything they believe in. And he's like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. How do you know, there's satellites, there's this, and I'm like, let me come show you an explanation for all these things that you didn't think of. I used to think the same. You want to entertain it? But if we argued on any subject, he could take his favorite, he would lose. He just doesn't know what he doesn't know. He just thinks he knows because he's heard the mainstream narrative. It's just like, if I were to ask, like first thing, if I were to say, what causes tides? You would go to the moon. Okay, but did you know we have high tide on the other side of the earth at the same time? There's two tides, 2 hours apart.
Yeah.
Oh, so how's the moon? If the moon is pulling this over here, how are we getting this over there? All of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. What they told me in school is a lie. Yeah, that's one. You want to do 1,000 more? That's it.
Right.
But it never gave me the chance for even one. Never even gave me one shot. Not even one. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I said, you made your choice. You know, you wouldn't even give me a day. Never heard from him again. That was years ago. 3 years ago.
Have you ever reached out to him at all? No.
You know, he told people, he made fun of me to his friends. He told people, one guy, I sold roofs on the side on the weekend. It was good money, right? I was at an IT company, but I sold roofs on the side.
Sold what?
Roofs.
Roofs?
Yeah, I had a roof contractor's license. And on the weekend, I would run leads and sell roofs. I had a crew. It's good money. It's good extra
You
money.
say sell roofs, you mean build roofs
Yeah.
for people.
Replace roofs.
Okay.
Someone had a bad roof, every 20, 30 years you had to replace it, or a storm tears it up, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be a real quick, easy 3,
My
4.
friend from Ireland, West America, ended up doing roofing.
You make millions.
Yeah.
I just did it for good. It was good extra money. So anyway, one of the roofers, the dumbest shit, you know, he does nothing but smokes pot, drinks beer, and gets high all day long, right? That's all he does. Like, all day, he's intoxicated all day, right? The entire day. No education whatsoever. Not that it matters. But anyway, he laughed at me. He's like, your son told me you're flat, you know, and I was like, okay. You know, but mocked me about it, right? And I was like, that was a dumb SOB, right? This is a dude who can't build an engine, can't do electrical in a house, he doesn't know anything. Just can't do anything with it. The only thing he has to do is, he knows how to nail a nail. Like, I know the guy, right? He knows how to hammer a nail. That's all he can do. That's the top of his
Skill set.
Yeah, that's it. The top of his skill set. He could barely do that right. But he really mocked me about it, and he let me know. He's like, yeah, So I was like, all right. You know, my son's out there telling people. He thinks it's funny to mock me about it.
How wrong they are.
But I'll always, I don't care how stupid the subject, I'll listen to the other side. I'll listen.
Me too.
Yeah, I learned now. Shit.
You have school tomorrow? Did you have a break this past week? Did you have a break? Yeah.
Not really. Her mom just took her out of school all week. So she did have a break, but it wasn't supposed to be.
Public schools had a break last week.